Well, boys and girls, we have our fourth project and we've got our we have our telescope and we have our moving objects. So now we're going to start seeing if we can find these moving objects. So we're going to do that by asking a question. Under sensing, it has a button here that says ask a question. And then there's an answer key that we're going to need here in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what do you see? Okay, so what do I want to do? What do I want to happen? So I'm going to say, well, if the answer equals this, what happens? So I'm going to have to get some variables. So I'm going to say if, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say answer. If the answer equals ball. Now I'm going to use this for all three of them. So I'm going to right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate. So if the answer equals ball, what do I want to happen? If it equals jellyfish, what do I want to happen? If it equals starfish, what do I want to happen? Well, I only want to find three of them. So I'm going to, but how do I keep track that it has found all three? That's when you create a variable. So I want to make a variable, and I'm just going to call it space objects. Okay, so now I have a space object. So first thing I want to do is set the objects to 0, so that way it always starts over. But now I'm going to say change the space objects by 1 every time we answer this question. So now if I put this here, but if you have an if-then statement, you have to put it in a repeat. Okay, so I'm going to put it in a repeat. So I'm going to put a button here that says wait until, okay, wait until the objects equal, so I'm going to repeat this until the objects equal 3. So then it's going to stop asking after 3. So I'm going to say wait until, so I'm going to go back to my operators and I'm going to say wait until, and I go back to my variables and I say space objects equals 3. So it's going to ask this question 3 times until I get the correct number. Okay, so let's just try that out. Now, if I actually did an if-then statement, I actually meant to do a repeat because that's not going to work. So I wanted to say repeat until. So it's going to repeat this until we do that. So now I'm going to come here. So now it asks the question. I say jellyfish, and I get 1. I say ball, I get 2. And starfish, and I get 3. Make sure you spell it correctly. And now you see it doesn't ask the question anymore. So then what do we want to happen now? Okay, do I want these to disappear? What is going to happen now once we have done that? In the next video, I'm going to introduce you to broadcasting to show what can happen after you've answered all of your questions.